got me?
We're on.
We on? Hey, YouTube, this is a Conspiracy Show. I got my man DJ Marvel in the house. I got my man James out west in the house. We got Big Seth in the house. We about to do it big. As you see, we got the Nike and the Under Armour and the Reebok and then all the tinfoils in the house. So we doing our thing, Conspiracy. We're going to make sure we ain't going to get no false signals coming down at us. So let's get it going, guys.
Oh, my God.
Let's
I
have
can't even
some
see
fun
anything
with
right
it,
now.
boys.
We got to get a picture of this.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. We need a picture. We do
Yeah.
on break. Hey, y'all, Napa know how. Don't just do it. Do it, Napa know how.
Hopefully you can see everybody.
Yes, yes, yes. It's time
Yes.
to get it. Artificial grass. You know we
Ooh.
on 'cause that's our sponsor.
Nice.
Mike,
Yep.
Mike,
Yep.
Mike.
Turf.
10 floor show. 10 floor
Twitter.
show.
We turn on our own mics. Never mind. That light is serious.
No, he controls it all from in
Okay,
there.
good.
But you can do it from in here if you. Like, if you put that on and speak, that probably would have
Oh yeah,
come
we'll
over
get
the.
one.
Scared me for a
So you
second.
just leave it there. We'll do our own, our own ads.
Phones off, y'all.
Yeah. I
No,
was
keep her?
gonna vibrate.
Yeah, vibrate, yeah.
Always.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had my phone on ringer in 10 years.
Ooh, no hype on Twitter's got 8 followers. Yeah!
What is?
Our Twitter, it's got 8
Okay.
followers.
I'll find it.
Moving on.
I may not be following it. Look at this.
We'll follow you too, baby.
Oh man, mine's. I got like 286 followers.
Yeah,
That's a
boy.
long time. It should be a lot more for being on there for like 9 years.
Yeah.
I still don't know how to work Twitter. Dude.
I love Twitter because I can block out the noise. So if I
Yeah.
want to see something, I don't see it. I don't get BS ads.
I don't do Twitter that much. I don't know
So
too much about it.
I get my sports stuff. I get everything I need.
My second conspiracy is going to be an air conditioner in the Alamo Dome.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I'm going to say that because at the time I was rooting for...
Wait, so
When
after
that
the introductions, I just give it to you.
game- No. At the introduction, you're going to do your talk and then you're going to be like, we're going conspiracy.
All right, but
Toss it up.
then I got to set the parameters.
Yeah, and then I'm going to say, and then I'm going to go ahead and kick off the KD. I don't have to go into that second conspiracy.
Right.
I can use that for like one of the other segments. And then from there, I'm going to toss it up. We like pass the mic. We go,
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, if you want to throw one out there, you know. Ow now, brown cow. Almost forgot it.
You need, you
Again?
know,
Pay for it by me again? All right. Thank you, and welcome into the No Hype Zone. I'm Seth.
this is Lance.
Welcome, everybody. We have 2 special guests in the studio with us today. We have our man X.
Yes, it's your main doodle stain, keeping it simple and plain. Back up in this thing, one more game. I have the world famous DJ Marvel, aka Funky Get Work, aka the Filipino Negro superhero, aka the Thotty Gotti. Does bad for your life, but good for your body. What's happening, fellas?
Yes, sir.
I need a stopwatch for that.
I love that.
Oh my
How am I
goodness.
supposed to follow that
I
up?
know.
So this is
sorry.
James out west. I mean, that's fantastic.
That was awesome. I totally did not expect that.
It's like you've done this before.
Yeah, I do this on the regular. You know.
Well, this is the, you're going to show us how to do it.
Okay, if you think so, all right, just follow my lead, fellas.
Well, you're in our world now. You're in the No Hype Zone. Yes. So, first of all, I want to start this show. This is the conspiracy show. The sports conspiracy show. Yes, there it is.
That-
There it is. My man behind the glass.
Yes, sir.
So, we've
For all
been
the
talking
people
about
over
this show
70 years
for.
old. That's the Twilight Zone.
That's
Right?
the No Hype Zone.
Yes.
No Hype Zone.
So we've been talking about this show for a very long time. This has been like our brainchild a little bit. I know like out there in the ether they talk about this stuff a little bit here and there, but we're going to dedicate this whole entire show to the sports conspiracies. Any of you guys listening out there, if you want to call in the show with your sports conspiracies, this is a live call-in show. You can just call 602-260-1060 here at NBC Sports Radio. You can hit us up on our Twitter feed at the kNOw Hype Zone. That is kNOW, is how you spell know. Let us know what you think out there, and let us know what your sports conspiracies are. So, I want to get over to my man Lance. Go ahead, Lance.
What you got?
Start us off, buddy.
Okay, the tinfoil is wrapped tight.
Oh yeah, we have tinfoil on our heads right now.
Yes, right.
Yes, we
Yes.
I am not getting any signals that's going to interrupt what I'm about to say. I know for the past 3-4 years I've been trying to tell you earthlings about this conspiracy. Nobody wanted to believe me, but KD didn't just leave OKC because of Russell Westbrook. It's been reported through Complex.com and my man
sources.
Spencer Lunn,
Right, it's
and
official.
even started by Wojciechowski, Adrian Wojciechowski. I got a little Twitter feed that KD didn't leave because of Russell. KD left because Nike wanted to take over the market in Golden State. They were nervous about Steph Curry
And Under Armour.
been building up momentum with Under Armour,
The ugly
and
shoes.
they wanted, well, you know, the shoes resembled a lot of the Nike because they had a couple of engineers left Nike. I told you the story about that. But make a long story short, it was just too late. They wanted KD in the international market of San Francisco, the Bay Area, opposed to keeping him in Oklahoma. So he left because of Nike. Also,
So Nike orchestrated this.
I didn't say Nike orchestrated.
Okay.
This is a conspiracy theory. That
Okay.
means it's got a little bit of whatever to it and
Uh-huh.
what you believe. But I know that you don't just leave OKC because of that. They was on the brink of winning the championship with Golden State. You just don't leave and pack up and go play with, if you get beat up by a group of guys with your brother, you don't just all of a sudden leave and go hang out with those group of guys.
But wasn't he talking to Steve Kerr in Game 6?
Yes, that's my hype.
Ooh,
My
okay.
hype.
Yep.
During the games, because we lost 3 straight games, and I'm saying we like we French.
We.
Because I was waiting on them to beat Golden State. I took a lot of flack from that. We lost 3 games, and during those games, each time KD was playing with Steve Kerr on the sideline. Why would you be talking to Steve Kerr instead of talking to your own coach?
How do you know what they're talking about?
He wasn't sneezing, and he wasn't saying bless you. I'm trying to tell you, it was something else going on.
What is he saying, a joke?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out. But with this,
I can read lips, and he was saying, okay, so make sure that you at practice.
well, yeah,
That's what he was
that's
saying.
exactly what he said. And like I said, Adrian Wojciechowski said, for Nike, this is a coup. He said it wanted to slow down Under Armour's momentum with Steph Curry and the Warriors. Now KD promises to impact Curry's star.
This is your hype.
This is on here. This is no hype. I believe that KD went over there because of
Nike.
It
Rose
wasn't.
bomb, looking like TMZ.
Yeah, and when Woj say something, is money. So it
So you're
wasn't
saying this
because.
conspiracy is true?
I'm saying the
got legs.
it's got legs,
It's got legs.
and everybody want to keep badgering my boy. I've been defending him for 3 years. It's all of a sudden starting to come out that nobody has ever said they didn't want to play with with Russell. It was just because no NBA player said this. This is all the media and other folks saying this.
So now that KD's in New Jersey, what is Nike going to do?
They got a big market in Brooklyn. They already put Zion up on Madison Square Garden, right? I mean, not Madison Square Garden, but Times Square right now.
Really?
Yeah.
He signed a 7-year, $75 million shoe deal with Jordan.
Come on.
Really?
But my question for you, Lance, is this: why did Paul George leave OKC then?
Paul George left because his buddy is Kawhi, and they from California, and they hung out. And I know that's what you're trying to lead to,
I'm
but
just wondering.
I'm just saying. And they understood that they wasn't going anywhere with Paul George and Russell. No hype. They was not winning the championship with that team. They needed a different system and different structure. Hype-wise, I'm saying that, we could have won a championship with KD there the following year. KD didn't need to leave, but he needed to go to a different market, and it makes sense. I'm dropping the mic right there, fellas. As y'all can see, I started it off. James, I need to get your conspiracy, sir.
Well, there's so many.
Where
Let's
do
jump
we
into the
start?
NBA draft lottery. So obviously we've got 1985.
Oh, with the Patrick Ewing?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So frozen envelope, or potentially it was banged against a big drum that they used to use. So they used like a big cement mixer looking drum, and they had the envelopes in there. and they just reach your hand in. So David Stern, reaching his hand in, was told that the envelope for the Knicks was frozen cold, so he would know which one it is.
Wow.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Wow.
But that is the story for the last 35, 40 years.
But that's just a story.
Is it? It's been
Show
sticking
some
around
validity.
this long.
So my thing with conspiracies is, if you assert that something is true, then it's your job to then provide that evidence. So with that being said, you're saying that it is frozen or was frozen.
That's
how
the
do you
story.
know? How do you know that?
I don't know that. That's why it's a conspiracy.
Ah,
It's a story.
So what's your hype and no hype then on the Patrick Ewing?
Oh,
Frozen.
I really think that they were there to help the Knicks in one way or another. Whether it was frozen, whether it was banged against the thing, so it was bent, so we could feel which one it was. It was destined that he was going to end up in New York and revamp that team, get them back on the map. Because back then, 1985, the Knicks needed to be good. Not like in today's NBA.
It's like marketing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, because they had 4 teams.
Yeah.
And the Knicks had to be in it in 1984.
Yeah.
2004, 2014, 2024, 2034, when the Knicks are still irrelevant, it won't matter because you have all
Wow.
these other teams. Yeah, I went that deep.
Wow.
So how can the Knicks, who've been really bad the last 20 years, they've been in the draft lottery how many times? How come they still have not gotten a first round?
In my
or,
opinion?
I'm sorry, first pick.
Owner James Dolan.
Owner.
Really?
Yeah,
We can bring that right around to the Suns. 'Cause
same thing.
Owner.
Well, the Suns got the first pick last year, but that was their first time ever getting the first pick,
It's
correct?
still horrible.
Well, we got a good coach now, and I'm not gonna say we like we French, but they
The Suns
got
do have a good coach.
But go ahead, James, elaborate on, do you have other NBA draft lottery
Sure.
conspiracies?
So we got 2003, LeBron, hometown kid, ends up in Cleveland.
So
then
wait,
he-
so you're saying the NBA rigged the draft
I didn't
to
say they
make
did, I'm
Cleveland
saying they could have. Think
take the
about
first
it.
pick?
So in 03, the year the Cavs, LeBron's coming out.
But you do know it's
They
ping
get
pong
him.
balls.
Will you stop?
I'm just
2000,
saying.
listen,
Okay.
LeBron leaves. 2011, they have a 2.8% chance of getting the first pick. They got it. In 2013, a 15% chance of getting it. They got it. 2014, a 1.7% chance. Numbers from BleacherReport.com.
I love it.
1.7% of getting it. They still got it. Why would they reward a team that many times? Because they lost the greatest thing in their franchise to help the NBA out.
You came prepared, man.
Well, my
Really,
aluminum
And then-
foil is
but-
popping like Jiffy popcorn right
But
now. I can tell you,
right
I'm on
now,
fire right now.
this is the new one though. Hear me out on this.
Go ahead.
So the NBA once owned the New Orleans Hornets, correct? They
Right.
bought the team. They took over the team, $300 million. The famous veto of a trade to the Lakers. Chris Paul going to the Lakers, going to help Kobe Bryant win another championship. NBA, David Stern, who owns the team, says no. Can't let that happen. We're going to let him be traded to the Clippers. So what's that do? Raises the value of the Clippers franchise. What happens a couple years later? Team gets sold for the most money ever, right?
The Clippers got
Yeah.
sold?
So then 2012, George Benson, owner of the Saints, buys the Pelicans for $338 million. So we're talking a $38 million investment,
Oh,
Surprise, New Orleans gets the number 1 pick that year and they get AD. Now let's fast forward 2019. Everybody knows AD's going to leave. Everybody knows AD's going to leave. It's destined. It's going to happen. He gets traded. What happens? New Orleans gets the number 1 pick, gets Zion. Seems very similar to the Cleveland situation, to other things that happen. They're going to reward a team when they're going to lose out because they can't have upset owners.
What was their percentage that year?
Not very good.
Wait, that was this year. Yeah, that was this year.
Yeah, not very good.
I'm telling you, it's popping like Jiffy popcorn.
This guy,
My aluminum
this
foil
guy,
is on
this
fire.
is so well thought
And
out.
I've got nothing.
No, you gotta come on with something nice. Come on.
The
bro.
legs
Got
on this.
absolutely
No,
nothing.
yes, you do. Come on, you got them Saints, man. Come on, talk about them
I'm gonna
Saints.
talk about that, but yeah.
What do you guys out there in the Twitterverse, or if you guys are listening on the car ride home, or I don't know what you guys are doing right now at 8:13 at night.
Get
Let
the
us know what you
babies
think. I
ready.
mean, that was a very elaborate.
Very well thought out and well manicured.
Yes, yes.
Conspiracy.
Like my lawn, well manicured.
Yeah, like before we were prepping, you were just talking, yeah, this, and that. I didn't realize it was gonna be like,
Flap, Goku. The Dragon Ball.
that was awesome.
I feel like Will Smith in old school. I blanked out what I say.
Yeah.
I blanked out what I
Will,
said.
Will Ferrell? Yeah, so good. All right, guys, that was just the beginning of our conspiracy portion of the No Hype Zone. Coming up next, Fred, if you're out there, give us a buzz.
Yeah.
High school football next.
So going to the next one, we should let X do his talking about what he does, his
Okay.
affiliates
Oh, so start the next segment with that.
Let him
Okay.
start that next segment going all the way through him. If he got a conspiracy, say a quick little conspiracy, then go ahead and throw what's name on. Let
If Fred calls in, we'll see
Fred
it right
gonna
there.
call. He takes me.
Okay.
And Fred got 3 conspiracies too.
Yeah, so go ahead and fire away because you got the New Orleans.
New Orleans.
What's the playoff game there?
Playoff fix.
Now, are you going to talk about the referees and how they were
Oh,
all
yeah.
from LA?
Yeah.
They were all from LA, and one of them played for the Rams. Come on.
That's all I'm saying.
10-4 went off YouTube.
He played for the Rams. I don't care if they weren't going
crazy.
to. I don't.
You guys are reaching
Again,
so far.
Again, you're wearing
This is what happens
aluminum
behind the
foil
scenes,
on
too.
your head.
Hold
All
on.
I'm saying is the referee was standing right there.
How do you
didn't
see
see
it?
Looking right
No,
there.
you see,
back
no,
all
you
the
watch the
time.
eyes. You watch
We
the
see
eyes.
back all
You
the
see the
time.
picture. The eyes. He's looking dead at it.
We
He
see
was
back-
wearing the same
so he-
glasses Red Fox was wearing in Harlem Nights
Right.
when he was at the dice table. That's a 6. No, that's not, you blind. That's a 7.
The point is 6. It's
Oh.
a 7. You're blind. Hey, look, I ain't gonna be too many more.
I ain't gonna be too many more of those. So, hey, YouTube, also Saturday, we're gonna do a show from the barbershop. We're gonna do a show from the world famous firm. Seth and I's gonna be getting our haircuts. We're gonna continue some of this conspiracy theory talk. We're gonna talk some more
Yeah, you look
superheroes.
like
We're gonna talk some boxing.
like
We're gonna talk a
Hogan.
lot of boxing. We're gonna
It's,
talk about
like his little
basketball,
crew of people that are in
baseball.
it.
You alright?
I like
Over
he's
there,
got,
you get some
Sweating.
sweat.
This
Like,
tinfoil has make me sweat.
Because your tinfoil
Like
look like it's
Hot
from
Tub Time Machine and
Polo
like
or
all
something
things,
like that.
you know what I'm talking about? And like 2 other.
Fred just text.
Ooh, I don't know.
He
That's
said
risky.
numbers not right.
Oh, but I know
602.
Netflix just gave, I think they
260.
gave that man about $70 million to do another stand-up comedy.
And it'll get it.
Oh, yeah.
It'll get it.
602
Because
260
Chappelle, when Chappelle
1060.
killed it,
Oh, man.
those
Did
ones,
3 of them.
and you watch them,
6.
they're all, and then, I mean, it's not
All
conspiracy,
put all
not
one
doesn't
six
tie to
up.
the sports, but you see when he's telling that story about Pimp.
So you gonna drive him?
He's talking about
With
himself.
the questions, yeah.
Questions.
100%. He's
Well,
talking
yeah,
about
well,
Illuminati. He's
no
talking
hype,
about all
make
that
sure you have
stuff.
no hype
Like,
every day.
That's
Okay.
what they say. It ain't what they
Let,
saying.
when you're doing X,
Not saying
I
it
know
was
how
wild.
his teams, what
Watching
you
that,
doing
listening to that, of course, I'm big on-
just
I've been
keep
listening
it
to
X,
Rogan
and then
since-
let that flow on
Oh,
to
yeah.
Fred, and then
200s, like,
Pee Wee
deep.
not calling
Now
into
he's
the next
kinda
segment.
Right.
So whatever. So
mainstream,
if you
yeah.
cut Fred off, then we can go back to like
But-
another conspiracy. You
Yep.
can toss up a conspiracy.
You get a lot of good
Yep.
And we got Pee Wee coming in, and we just keep going conspiracy, and then we got baseball.
Okay.
So at YouTube, I didn't go Instagram Live. X is gonna teach me how to do that for the first time. That's what's up. But we filming the No Hype Zone. We're going live again on Saturday. So please give us any comments and give us comments in our comment section. Let us know what you want us to talk about on Saturday. We're gonna be talking about Pacquiao fight, and is it gonna be a Mayweather Pacquiao fight too? How Keith Thurman got dropped. Of course, a little basketball, a lot of football, a ton of football. We're gonna be talking a ton of
That
football.
was a conspiracy. Adrian Bronner was talking about how he saw Thurman the night before losing a shit ton of money gambling. They got all fucked up.
Thurman?
Keith
Thurman,
Thurman.
he
Oh.
fought.
He fought Pacquiao, and
I,
he said the
I
night
didn't
before he
believe
was
that
losing
Pacquiao
money
won.
bad. and was
Instant
drinking.
conspiracy.
Adrian Bronner was like,
Money is in
that's my
Manny
bet. That's my
Pacquiao,
bet.
Mayweather and Pacquiao.
Hey everybody, welcome back into the No Hype Zone. You guys should have heard this conversation during the commercial break. It was crazy in here. We also have a brand new conspiracy just brought to our attention here that James just kind of threw out there right now. Where are we here? Okay, we have Fred on the line, but Fred, just hold on tight just for a second. Is there anything else we want to add to that conspiracy that you threw out there?
About with Keith Thurman and Pacquiao.
No.
Not yet, not yet. That's the
Wow,
brand.
wait a
That,
minute.
that's the brand new one.
Just talked about that.
Just the draft day. Anything you want to add to that or no?
No, I think we covered everything on the draft.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, X,
Yeah, man.
go ahead.
All I
Take
got
over.
is you know the playoff conspiracy of the last year's football playoffs with the Saints. Everybody knows they got cheated. We saw it. I don't care what you say, Seth. That's just you're looking at me.
I know.
But
The ref was
the
wearing some
referee
red
sitting
Fox
right
glasses.
there, and you tell me that's not pass interference. That's not that was not just pass interference. That was blatant disrespect.
I just think he didn't get his prescription done. You know, he called a 6 and it was really a 7. I told you it's from the scene from Harlem Nights when Red Fox was wearing them glasses.
But aren't refs like allowed to miss? Like I know they're not allowed to, but like they miss calls every now and again. I know that was egregious. I can see that with my own eyes. But
Egregious.
Sometimes just stuff
outrageous.
happens, man.
No, man.
Unacceptable.
That was totally
I agree.
unacceptable.
It is unacceptable. That's why they made that
won't
rule
stand
now.
for
What is that new rule they have now? It's like
It's too
within-
late now. Doesn't help me at all.
But like within 2 minutes left of a game now, you can now argue or throw a flag on if it was a pass
challenge
interference or
flag,
not or
yeah,
something like that.
challenge call.
All I can say is it upset me so bad. I boycotted the entire Super Bowl. I had a house full of people partying, having a good time. Me in my room playing Need for Speed. Boycotting.
Did you hear the people who try to write? Got some lawyer that were like, "Hey, we need to replay this game" or something like that,
Well,
and
they
try to
got a
get some
petition.
like the
Yeah, it was
petition.
a
Yes.
Petition.
I
Got
Yes.
denied.
Of course.
You
Of
know,
course.
play with the New Orleans folks, you know what I'm saying?
Put
Get
that
some,
hoodoo in
yeah,
what?
get some of that, you know.
Put your drawers in the tree. You
There
can't
you
go
go.
outside.
There you go.
At
All
all.
of a sudden, one
That's
toe
what
get
Rams
bigger than the
will
other
do.
one. It's a problem, you know.
Yeah.
Nose hair won't stop growing, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's
well,
all the hype I got. 'Cause that's
Hey,
it.
kind of talk about what you do,
Oh,
what
man.
you
Yeah.
represent.
Okay, well, you know, I'm a local DJ. I'm also on. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the station, but I'm on another station on FM. I do a show called The Beat Locker. We support all Arizona hip hop, R&B, anything that has to do with local music. We've been doing it for 6 years. The Beat Locker. Shout out to my man Poker Face. That's my
Poker.
That's my main compadre over there.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we've been doing it for 6 years, and anything that has to do with Arizona hip hop, R&B, whatever, anything local, we support it. And that's what I do.
Axe is family, man. Axe is for real. He's a real thing. Music is great. DJing fingers are like gold. Love listening to his mixes. It's for real deal.
Well, we appreciate you coming on with us, X. Next, we have Fred on the line. Fred, how you doing, sir? There he
What's
is.
up, Coach Fred?
How you doing, buddy? Right on, man. Fred, let everybody know what your profession is. How long you been doing that for?
Oh, okay.
What did you do before that? Right on. So this is a passion of yours. Love it. Love it. As a coach, can you let us know what some of your successes and challenges are as a coach? Right on. What do you think your outlook for Gilbert High is this year in football? What's his name? What's the quarterback's name? Okay.
I heard about him. He's
He's
for real. He like what's he's going to U of A, you said? Yeah, he for real. I heard about Will.
So what y'all running, a 3-4 or 4-3? 4-2-5, even better. Strong safety got to be, yeah, he must be something special.
How do you feel about the new playoff system? Before that, what division is Gilbert? 6A, 5A, 4A? Okay, so the new playoff system has all the, I guess, the 5A, 6A champions, et cetera, playing each other in a playoff system. How do you feel about that?
want that smoke.
All right.
They didn't want that. All right. You had Coach Mark on last week.
Yep, we had Mark Tucker on last week.
Yeah, and he was talking about Hamilton and what they're looking to get back and rebound and come back to glory. So with all these different teams now, you got Hamilton, you got Chandler, you got Basher. I know those are the big boys.
Yeah, shout out to my man, Coach Cantrell over at Basher.
Okay. Yeah, so what do you think about you guys going up against those guys and Williamsfield still got their players? What do you think about that?
Well, I think we're in the same division as Bash. I think Bash is 6A. The Williamsfield in our region. As you know, last year, every team in our region, Williamsfield, Higley, Campo, Castile, and Maricopa all made the playoffs. So our region's going to be tough. It's always be tough. I'm always anxious enough for the challenge to play in Williamsfield. Long-term rivals of mine.
Yeah.
Anytime we get to play a team in Gilbert, it's always going to be a challenge, but it's going to be, they're going to be up for that. So, I'm just looking, forward to having a good year this year.
What advice would you give to any of these high school kids or these seniors coming out that are going to a Division I school?
First of all, I would tell them to make sure they go to a school that gets their needs. A lot of kids go to these schools and it turns one out because it's not a right fit. Take your time in your business, take your time, get to know the coaches and the program, the area, make sure that it's a good fit for you, and then just be patient. It's not like high school. It's going to take some time. There's a lot of politicking, I say, in that process, but take your time, do what you need to do, make sure your school is up to par, and then go to practice and play 110%, see what happens.
How do you feel about social media? How do you feel about social media? Players being on social media.
Yeah, please. What Herman ever said, don't press in.
Right.
That's the same advice that we got a few weeks ago, yeah, from Gavin.
Yeah.
Yep, right on. All right, Fred, let's get down to the nitty gritty. You've got some conspiracies for us, I hear. Ah, give us anything. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
All right, because we have that in our notes as well. Okay, give us your hype and no hype on the Flugate.
Yep. 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was he doing up at 2 o'clock in the morning right before a playoff game? That's my question.
He was hungry.
Why was he hungry at 2 in the morning? And I love Mike. I'm a be like Mike dude. I seen the commercial all the time when I wake up in the morning after praying. So I'm just saying, what was Mike doing up that late? And he has a history of doing a lot of other stuff. So I'm just saying. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Jalen Rose said that in NBA circles, he had a hangover. It wasn't food poisoning. He poisoned himself. Staying up till 2 in the morning,
Alcohol poisoning.
drinking, having a good time like he did. And that's what they believe happened. You want to blame the pizza because that's a convenient story. They don't want to say Mike was all night long.
And that's your hype, right?
That's not my hype. That's the story I was told.
Jackson's
But
like,
yeah, my hype. Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
believe it's more of a hangover than bad pizza.
So he was up late.
Why would somebody
gambling.
let the best player on the planet eat a gangster pizza from on the road at 2 o'clock in the morning? That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make sense.
I hear you, but that's why it's a conspiracy. Fred, thanks, buddy, for calling in. More conspiracies coming up next. Stay tuned.
Thanks, Fred.
You're in the No Hype Zone.
Man,
Thank you, Fred.
All I know is If you ever try to play that Michael Jordan flu game challenge
Oh,
on
my
2K
God.
on 2K
What is
Live,
that?
Okay, so on NBA 2K, right? There are like different challenges you have to do, right? There's the flu game, then there's like Reggie Miller,
Next
Next
game.
game.
Next game
You have to
is-
score X amount
I
of
gotta
points
play
in amount of
next-
time.
Right.
What 2K is this? The new one, 2K19?
Nah,
That was like 3 years ago. It was when Mike was on the cover.
When Mike was on
It was
the
the
cover.
last one I played.
Bruh.
Was that one?
Trying to score that many points with the flu, it's
it
almost
hard?
impossible.
Hey,
Hey, you need to say that coming into
have
the
you
break.
ever
Yeah.
played? Have you ever played basketball after a hangover? Played after having any sort of how you're just way off?
Yeah.
That's what when you're playing the game. He moves and like you see his figure go
Right.
like
Everything is
super
blurry.
slow.
But listen,
Yeah, they're like, oh, we didn't make you
Friday.
with bubble
I
guts. So
wasn't,
we're
listen, I
burping
wasn't
you over
always
here.
responsible. In my 20s, I played under the influence of a lot of different things. And we go out there and still play. Be like,
We got Eric
You know what
calling
I'm
in now,
saying?
yeah?
So-
We got Eric calling in?
oh, yeah, Pee-wee.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, Fred said.
So, Eric Scott,
He got conspiracy, so hey, Eric, you know.
we'll just bring him in right out of the
Yeah,
gate.
you know, we
'Cause
got
you
a no
Patrick
hype,
calling
a
in.
no hype Midwest. You know, you can go ahead and say that because you want to
Yeah,
do that no hype Midwest. We got Pee Wee, Eric, you know, on the line. Come calling in with his conspiracy. Give us your 3 conspiracies. I already told him you got like 5 minutes, really quick. So
Okay.
just really, you know, blah
Okay.
blah blah. But you know, hype, no hype, same thing we do.
Okay.
And then Pee Wee, then I guess Patrick will be calling right after that.
Yeah.
But let James say something, and then X go into that NBA 2K.
Right out of the gate.
Right out the gate, and then we just make that
What do we
really
start
quick.
with?
Well, what do you want James to, what do you want to go with?
Actually, just let X go right into that because we were just talking about the mic thing right
Okay.
before.
Yeah.
Let him come back with that. And then you guys can bring.
So I'll just be like, hey, welcome back to No Hype Zone. During the break, we are just talking about this. You could play as Mike when you're sick on 2K,
That's right.
and then just go.
NBA 2K11.
Yeah, it was back there. It was
Terrible.
something like that.
That's funny.
That's cool. At the last segment, I'll bring up the LeBron game in the last segment.
I also want to bring up, people think that the NBA playoffs are rigged because they're like, oh, hey, you know, they want to go 7 games and whatnot.
So you can say that, you know, you're going to talk to my sister and all the other Golden State
Yes.
guys out there.
Yes. Yes.
So you should say that so she'll listen to the show and play it for all the people.
Okay.
So, yeah, man. I forgot my water
I'm
downstairs.
sweating in here, man.
That's
like
this
a
freaking
champ.
braids that we got.
This-
It's that tinfoil. I took mine off.
Yeah, man. This is like.
I'm in the back corner too, so there's a lot of stuff blocking me from the camera.
I know, right?
So we're okay.
Sorry, man.
I'm in witness protection.
Come on, Twitter. I want like someone on Twitter to be like, hey,
You hitting the YouTube?
but it's not live. I can't do YouTube live. We need 1,000.
Hey, I took
Followers.
the video of us in here, so I just
You need
put
to have
that
1,000 hours.
on
1,000 followers.
Facebook
Oh,
Live,
followers.
Instagram Live.
Here we go.
Hey,
Oh, this reminds me of like,
High school.
yeah, man, like a
I got my
like
roller
a
skates in the
Spike
trunk.
Lee joint.
I'm already beat you, X. I'm already got that little move going with the roller skates. Dun, dun. Yes, sir.
And you got that music on point, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, everybody, welcome back into the No Hype Zone. Again, you can hit us up on the phone, 602-260-1060 if you want to give us your hype and no hype on a conspiracy. During the break, we were talking about you can play as Michael Jordan in 2K
Yes.
on the flu?
Yes,
Or as-
indeed.
Yeah.
NBA 2K11, there's a Jordan flu challenge. You have to score 47 points against the Pistons. It's just like the game. It's set up just like the game. 47 points with the flu, and they don't make it easy because everything you see is blurry. You're moving real lethargic. It's set up for real, man.
Is it the Jazz? Is the Pistons or the Jazz? I think it was the Jazz.
Well, actually, you know what? You're right.
It's
It
the
is the
Jazz.
Jazz.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
sorry.
Pistons-
It was
Pistons.
Stockton and Malone.
Yeah, Stockton and Malone. You got it, bro.
And Remy Martin. I think maybe
See.
Remy Martin or some cognac or something was involved in that Michael Jordan
See.
flu game.
See.
Gatorade and cognac.
See?
All right, so next we have Eric calling in from Milwaukee. He is our No Hype Zone Midwest. Eric.
What's going on, brother?
All right, man, bring us with the noise. Hit us with your conspiracies. Hopefully you've been thinking about this for a while like we have. Fire away.
You got the aluminum foil? You got your aluminum foil hat on?
thinking about that. Okay. All right, go ahead. What's the conspiracy?
Well, of course, LeBron James has cramps, and you know, stated that the San Antonio Spurs actually cut off the air conditioner on purpose. Well, you know that would happen is going to affect the Spurs as well.
Yep.
And it was one of the, you got it's 90 degrees in the stadium. It's one of the ways that, you know, the Miami Heat lost that series against San Antonio. And, you know, LeBron is coming back to the bench, stating that they smoking us out. They're trying to smoke us out of here. And, you know, he had 25 points in 33 minutes, only played, what, 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. And basically, you know, LeBron James was stating that it was done on purpose, but, you know, that would affect the San Antonio Spurs as well.
That's my first thought.
Yeah, but, you know, you have Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili saying, hey, you know, we played overseas. In those stadiums, it'd be 112 degrees. You know, they were kind of used to it, but, you know, I think LeBron just wasn't ready for that series. I don't know what was going on.
So is that your hype?
Yeah, I just gotta remember the timeout, and he's complaining and looking like he's ready to throw up and leave the game, and D-Wade is looking at him like, boy, if you don't get your stuff together.
So do you think the Spurs did that on purpose then? That is a conspiracy.
Well, I mean, I just think it was just a coincidence.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, because it would affect the Spurs as well.
Yes.
You know, LeBron came back to the bench and really was telling his teammates, they trying to smoke us out of here.
All right.
Well, LeBron, I don't think it was really that.
What's your next one?
All right, my next one is Save the Lakers 2002 Western Conference Finals.
Good. I'm glad you brought this one up.
Yeah, it's a 3-2 lead. They going into the fourth quarter, and in the fourth quarter, the Lakers shot 27 free throws. They scored 16 out of 18 points from the line. And the Lakers actually win that championship this year, but this is during the Tim Donaghy era where, you know,
But he was not reffing that game. He was not reffing that game.
not that game, but he referred that other referees were gambling as well.
Oh.
But
That game. But, you know, you try to iterate that, you know, if he's doing it, then other referees is doing it as well.
you can't guarantee that the Lakers were going to hit all their free throws anyway.
Right. I mean, they went to
So you're rolling the dice.
time,
Right.
you know, and they scored 16 out of 18 points. But if you go to the line that many times, it slows down the game, kind of like takes your momentum and your rhythm away from what you're trying to do. And the Lakers end up winning the championship that year.
But you also got but hold on. But you got to remember too that was Game 6. Now in Game 7, you had to have. I'm sorry. The Kings were trying to play the hack-a-shack game, right? First of all, the Kings couldn't hit the broadside of a barn that Game 7, and the hack-a-shack, which is like, hey, let's put him to the line because you can't shoot free throws. Did you realize Shaquille that game was 13 for 17 from the line? That was unreal. That is like
makes him when he
Shaq
has
was
to.
out of his mind.
He makes money faster.
Yes.
Kobe was my dude at that time.
So, in my opinion, the Kings lost that game. Game 7. They had it. They could have taken it, but their plan backfired on them. So I'm not in the conspiracy hype on that. Actually, let me say this: my hype on that is it'd be fun if it was a conspiracy. But my no hype, my reality is that's just how sometimes refs just call a game a certain way. You know, we see bad calls in games all the time.
Sometimes teams are more aggressive than other teams. We got to go back and look at the tape, revisionist history. You know, how were they? Were they aggressive in going to the line? Were they warranted those fouls, or were they just calling any ticky tack to slow the game down, like you said?
Right.
I was a Lakers fan then, so I didn't care.
Right. We didn't care. We didn't care at all. We was just happy that the Lakers won.
I mean, that's just how it was. Okay, well, number 3 is the infamous Phantom Punch. Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Liston.
That wasn't a Phantom Punch.
This is a first round knockout that Sonny Liston, that Muhammad Ali knocked out Sonny Liston. But the controversy was that Ali, when you knock down an opponent, you have to go to a neutral corner. Now, it took 10 seconds for Ali to get to a neutral corner. Then it took another 10 seconds for the referee to let Sonny Liston get up. But by that time, the timekeeper already signaled and counted Sonny Liston out. So he ended up losing the fight. And it
And they also said that he listened that owed money to the mob during that time too. And he was. I'm just saying.
All these conspiracies have
it's
gambling
conspiracy.
always like
Hey, all I know is
clouded around it.
I've watched that particular fight at least 25 times, and they call it a phantom punch because you can't see it on camera. But he caught him. He caught him with a stiff hook. That was a nice hook.
Got him, coach.
And the timekeeper, yes, 10. And so he was down for about 20 seconds. So he lost. Sonny didn't want that fight anyway. He knew he got beat. By the time Muhammad Ali hit him with the 5th jab in the first round, he knew it was over. He didn't want that smoke. Absolutely.
So it's always about money. A lot of these conspiracies have money circling around them.
Absolutely.
In some way, shape, or form.
The owners own the teams. They control. Yeah, Vegas controls a lot of it. So yeah, follow the money, fellas. Follow the money.
Vegas controls.
Boy, this aluminum foil is catching fire.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would. People don't, think about that.
The curse.
Yeah, that hurts.
You're absolutely right about that. I didn't like the outcome, but you're right. It was the greatest World Series I've ever seen in my life. But you mean to tell me, how about just the Cubs were really, really bad for 108 years? I mean, we're talking Billy Goats.
Pee Wee know my
Billy Goats.
Eric know my dad. Believe me, we understand the Cubs. My dad lived and died with the Cubs. So
Speaking of quick curses, remember when Yankee Stadium was being built and one of the guys who was one of the construction guys put a David Ortiz jersey in the cement when they filled it to make, the pillars or something like that? They had to go out later and dig it out and grab it because he was trying to put a curse on the Yankees or whatever. That was pretty wild. Wow. Fans are crazy.
Meadowlands. They said that Jimmy Hoffa was buried in the Meadowlands, the Giants Jet Stadium back in New Jersey. Yep, 100%. They never were able to prove that. They even had it on TV, like one of those Mythbusters
like
out there
Rivera.
trying to, like the Vault.
Yeah. Oh
Trying to figure it out.
He was like in the third speed
Never
bump,
proven.
parking lot A.
We're going to need security leaving up out of here, y'all. We know too much information, man. It's too much information.
This is all conspiracy talk, sorry.
Yeah. RJ, hope you're listening. Go ahead.
Yep. Even Ray Lewis said that. What kind of place is this that
$1 zillion company
you can't
has
pay
the lights go
yep.
out? His
So-
quote exactly:
Okay.
$1 zillion company.
Okay, so the conspiracy is why would the NFL then on purpose turn the lights out?
They
For
didn't
what?
want Ray Lewis and the Baltimore Ravens to win another Super Bowl.
But Ray Lewis wasn't playing there, was he?
Yeah, that was his
Was
last
the last
one.
one?
They just wanted the competitive, just
But,
like Eric
but,
just
they,
said. They
yeah,
just
yeah,
wanted
but the
competitive.
Ravens were already winning 20-6.
But
Was
they
that-
wanted the competitive. That's what the
Was that the one
conspiracy said.
Beyonce performed at?
She performed like two.
That was the
two
one?
of them.
I think so.
That was the Illuminati who did that.
Oh my lord! See these tin
Hey.
foil hats are going crazy in here.
You are 100% correct.
I know I am.
100%.
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
We gonna need security.
So hold on, because here's my take on that. for all you people out there.
You laugh a
So
little
people are
bit
like, hey,
serious.
they wanted the game to be closer, yada yada yada. They want more people to watch. Dude, the NFL already made their money. They don't care who's watching. The commercials are already paid for.
When did anybody ever say, "Oh, I made enough money"?
They had to cover the spread in
No,
Vegas.
no. It's already the highest rated no matter what. Even if like
They-
50 million people didn't watch it, it's still be the highest rated show
they had to
ever.
work out. They had to cover the spread in Vegas.
There's a Vegas.
Yeah.
Hey, can't lights just go out? Things happen, right?
Here's what I want to know: what
Stuff
was the point
happens.
spread for that game? Because they lost
Thank you.
34-31.
They
I
had
bet
to
the
cover the
point
point
spread was
spread.
3.5.
Tell
Hey, Eric, you done stirred up some stuff in here. Let me just say, I only have one conspiracy for all the people that's listening out here. Everything else has been brought to you by everybody else except Lance. I just want to let y'all know this. This is beautiful, man. You just did some stuff, eh? That's right. That's right.
We're going down there tomorrow.
Right.
Well, since you guys asserted that they turned the lights off, you guys got to then show evidence that they did it on purpose,
Yeah, we gotta do that.
which
Hey,
no one has.
Great call, man. Great call. Take care of Milwaukee, all right?
Appreciate you calling in.
You too, bro.
We have more sports conspiracies coming up next. Seth and Lance, joined by X and James out west in the No Hype Zone.
This thing's getting
My
good.
chair
Y'all-
went down.
I was watching you. He's like this. You're talking, and all of a sudden you're like.
My chair's going down.
By the time it ended, he was like this. Hey, by the time
Oh,
it
here
ended,
it
he was
is.
like this.
Here it is.
We'll be back with X
I know.
and James out
I
west.
know,
chair
I know
went
you was
down.
trying to catch us.
There we
So
go.
Patrick ain't calling
But
me.
here's the funny
He
thing
doesn't call
about
it.
here's the funny thing about that halftime show after Beyonce performed. I had a feeling that something crazy was going to happen
sweating.
right after she got off because it was so much
Exactly.
symbolism in her show.
So much symbolism.
No.
So much symbolism in
There's
her show.
so much
Like,
stuff plugged
Same
in,
thing
man.
with
There's
Katy
something-
Perry
But sometimes
symbolism
stuff
that they
happens,
show in
man.
all those,
Oh,
bro.
Lady Gaga,
all of them. All of them.
And here's the, I can't even watch
Brittany,
TV
oh,
like I
she
used
had
to
a
watch
breakdown.
TV because
You see all the other
because
shit.
I know what I'm looking for. I
Yep.
know what they
But what does the NFL have to gain with them turning the lights out?
Who said it was the NFL though?
But whoever.
Keeps them.
Whoever. There's going to be clunkers in Super Bowls.
Sure, no, I'm not
There's
saying
been,
that.
there's been 50 Super Bowls, right? 15 of them have been clunkers. So what? It happens, right? What about Seattle and Denver? That was a
Here's what
clunker.
I'd say. The one in the NFL that would even makes more sense because there's some more tangible evidence is the XFL being sabotaged by the NFL. They were live on TV on NBC.
What was that? Oh, no. No.
NBC had the XFL. Remember back
Did
when
you watch
the
the
XFL
30
came
for
out?
30 on it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Ebersol's kid talked about it. 50% of the league was owned by Dick Ebersol, who ran NBC Sports. You get your ratings in the first 15 minutes of airtime. Their remote truck that was sending the signals.
I did see that too.
How
It
is
went out.
And
Power went
both
out.
generators don't have gas in them. They have
So
people
who
in
did that then?
redundancies. The NFL.
The NFL sabotaged?
Of course, they didn't want no competition.
They don't want any competition. What happened?
Well then, but then why is the XFL coming back? If they don't want competition.
What's that new league out here?
It's
XFL.
already gone. The AFL, it's already gone.
No, the XFL starts again.
Yeah, no,
after
the
February.
AFL was just here. We had
Right.
the Arizona
But that was
Hotshots.
like,
They gone.
but that was like banned by. I'm sorry, that was
At least
backed
they won
by
the
the NFL.
championship.
No, it wasn't back. The AFL was
Yes.
not back. No, it wasn't.
The AAF, what
The
was it
A,
called?
the A.
Yes, it
All
was.
American.
It was
No,
supposed to be like
not.
NFL, like minor leagues,
They didn't
because
touch-
they had rules. They were
had
testing
rule-
rules
yeah,
in
no,
there.
no.
It was a
It's
theater
not
league.
goals
No,
down
no,
on no
no.
hype
Yes,
zone,
it was
YouTube.
like a. But the NFL had
But
nothing
in
to
their
do with it.
contracts with the AAFL, whatever it's called, they said, hey, if the NFL calls
It
you,
didn't say NFL.
boom,
It didn't say
null and
NFL.
void, you can go.
It didn't say NFL. It said another professional football league
I love
because they
it.
were trying to keep people away from. They were trying to keep people away from the XFL next year. That's why they made them sign a 2-year deal.
XFL signed a 2-year
No,
deal?
AFL made those guys sign a
Yeah.
2-year deal so they couldn't leave to go to the XFL,
Yeah.
leave to go to the NFL. The NFL thing was very contingent.
All right.
And guess what? They never got to apply any of it because it went under before it could even happen.
Gotcha.
That's some good stuff. Hey, Seth, make sure you remember when we was talking about in the car about saying, you no hype. I mean, these conspiracies are all blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So just
Oh, okay.
to start off this next thing, you
all
want me
right.
to text Patrick? Or
He's on.
Is he on?
Yeah, he's on right there.
What day? What time you guys doing Saturday show?
3:30.
You wanna come-
3:30.
Yeah,
Yes.
come on in. Come
Yeah.
on into the shop.
All right.
Yep.
I'll let you know Friday.
Here we go. It's that dramatic.
I love it. I love it. It's nice.
Smooth right here, man.
You always come with the smooth stuff,
Yes,
Seth.
sir.
Call you DJ Seth. DJ Seth in the place to be, right next to DJ Marvelous, right next to James out west.
I didn't
How
take
y'all
my
like
tinfoil hat off, man. I'm sweating.
My tinfoil is on because I'm not going. You notice I haven't been saying a lot. I've been letting y'all go, but I got Jiffy popcorn popping up under this thing.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
do.
gonna lie. I'm loving this. This is so entertaining listening to y'all. This is beautiful.
Just a reminder, this is a live call-in show. You can call us at 602-260-1060. Again, this is just for fun. We're not trying to implicate people or whatever. This is just, we're having fun today, okay? I want to go over just one conspiracy before we bring Patrick in. This goes out to a couple people that we know. One is your sister.
Francesca.
The other one is Morgan. Hopefully she's
Francesca,
listening.
Chicago.
They have this theory that they think that the NBA, the playoffs, they want these series to go 7 games because they're going to get more money.
Of course.
Well, but by that logic, here's my thing. All right. By that logic, you think every series in the playoffs would go 7, right? Do they?
Just about.
Incorrect.
See,
Okay.
Seth is an anti-conspiracy theorist. You didn't know that, did you? You didn't know that?
He's a shill.
Yes.
Fair
He's a
enough.
shield.
You guys can call me whatever you want, but I'm also a realist too.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't think there's a nefarious plan with everything that happens, right? Can't teams just play? For example, a couple years ago when both Eastern and Western Conference Finals went all 7 games, everyone's like, "Oh my God, the NBA is doing that on purpose." How about, hey, these are really 2 well-matched teams against each other? By that logic too, don't you think the Golden State Warriors would have all their series go 7? If you remember, a couple years ago, they went 16-1 in the playoffs. They beat the Cavaliers, 4 games to nothing. So, if the NBA really wanted all these games to go 7 games to make all this extra
Mike
TV
won
money and all this
6
stuff,
games every time he went to the finals, so the NBA would have been fixing that back
Let's
then.
not
and
go
then.
down that route with them sorry rosters you played against. Let's just
Oh,
keep on with conspiracy
that was
theories,
some of
not
my
this.
best
that's another show. That's another show. But I kind of agree, man. The NBA now is way more talented than it was back in the day. And
Way
people
more
don't realize
athletic.
that, man. Yeah, totally.
Athletic and bigger.
Totally.
Scottie
people can shoot
Pippen
now?
is frail in 1994 in comparison to today's game.
Everybody's
They're all KDs. They're all Slim Reapers.
Yep.
Slim Reaper. That's his nickname?
That's true.
It should be.
All I can say to you, Seth, is this, man. If you think that is not as nefarious as you think it is,
Nefarious. Isn't that in the Latin?
like that? You like
Is
that?
that a character in the Latin?
he was in the Latin, but he didn't make the cut.
Okay.
But anyway,
Maybe in 90s.
it really is. It really can be that bad. Man. It really
Show me
can.
the evidence. People out there are, asserting that is true. Show me the evidence. Here's your evidence. Golden State wins 16-1.
I can show you evidence that that we've been here for way longer than
12,500 years, yeah.
way longer than that. But
we are still collecting information.
But they won't. You have to change the books.
And they can do that. They do that all the time.
No, they don't.
No, they never change it.
Oh,
When Seth
yes,
says
they
he's a realist,
do.
No, they
Yes,
don't.
they
I'm gonna ask him a
do.
question.
They
Do you
absolutely
believe
do. So if that's not a conspiracy,
I'm
by
just
the way.
asking you.
That's just garbage. Anyway,
Thank you.
you look at a science book or a history book from 20 years ago, in schools, it's completely different from today.
Yeah, but the information that we've collected in the past 10 years, not even 5, you have to constantly keep changing the curriculum and what's put in these textbooks, but they refuse to do it because now
Show me the textbooks where they don't change it, okay? All right, we got to get to Patrick. Patrick's on the line here. This is baseball. I see you guys shaking your heads like, yeah, all
Me
right,
and
all right,
X might have
whatever.
to have another show on this.
Oh, my
there
Lord,
you
you guys
go.
are
Hey,
crazy.
brother,
Crazy.
hey, brother.
Yo, we can compare textbooks from 1974 and 2019. It's very easy. All right, Patrick, what's up, man?
It's nefarious.
See what I got to talk to these people over here, man. This is crazy. Anyway, Patrick, this is your 6th week on here with us in the No Hype Zone. You are our baseball-ism, Patrick-ism. Do you have any? Let's go ahead. Let's go with some baseball conspiracies that you have. Right.
Hey, that sounds personal. I'm just gonna let you know that right now.
Right. the players would have to be in on it too. Yes. Yeah, that's going too far.
Mm-hmm.
In '95, that was when the White Sox should have won the whole thing, and it was Jerry Reinsdorf pushing for the strike. Am I right,
It was the
Patrick?
Expos in Seattle were really good that year.
Yeah, that was right before they got sold to Washington.
No, we had George Bell. We had a. I mean, not we, because I'm not a White Sox guy, but that team was loaded. That team was loaded.
Matt Williams was on pace to break the home run record that year too.
So was Griffey.
Mashing the ball. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Patrick, we were talking about baseballs being juiced. We're talking about I know you've got one about Albert Bell's bat being replaced. So Patrick, what about the balls being juiced? Yeah. Possibly. Yes. And their launch angles are changing too. They're trying to get the ball in the air. Right.
Well, except for when my KD going to Golden State, we all know that was not conspiracy. That was factual. I'm just trying to say that's not the.
That's a fact, but
That's
the
my
reasons
facts.
why is you're up in the air with that. There you go.
There's a few baseball ones that are not conspiracy theory, but conspiracy fact. The Albert Bell cork bat incident in 1994. Having to climb into the umpire's locker room, they sent a relief pitcher of the Indians to swap out the bats. That really happened. That really happened. No, it was actually the
We got it
it was
pulled
a relief pitcher, Jason Grimsley.
Jason
They sent a
Grimsley.
player,
Shout out,
and then
Jason.
so that's
Jason.
conspiratorial fact. And then a couple years back, Red Sox got busted using their Apple Watches, getting pitching information from the bullpen.
That's
They
just
confessed
smart.
to it. That's conspiratorial fact.
That is
so a lot of
smart.
these things, when you look at them, sounds crazy, but they really happen.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Conspiratorial fact.
Don't cut off Patrick. Patrick, you just saying too much now. They done cut you off, Patrick. Patrick, come back. Come on. We were just playing, y'all. This is fun. This is conspiracy, y'all.
Like I said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Agreed.
Speaking of Rose,
Yeah, yeah.
but he had a deal with the then Commissioner Bart Giamatti about not being a lifetime ban, and then 8 days later, Bart Giamatti died. And Pete never got his justice,
Never.
quote unquote.
Oh,
So,
Again,
they
it
don't
all
tell
comes
you
back
that.
to money and gambling.
You know, we
Money
sound like
and
smoking
gambling.
aces up in here.
Right?
I just want to let
That
y'all
is a
know this
common
sounds
theme.
like smoking aces.
Money.
Money and gambling.
Money and gambling.
Power, money.
Right.
If you guys are out there, dig deeper. I feel like we're just at the tip of the iceberg with all you.
You should.
Yeah, he should.
Ooh,
He should.
That's a great
He
question.
should just
to
be in there
pose.
as a player, not as a manager, obviously. And they should just say, this dude cheated.
He's
still Charlie
That
Hustle.
sounds like the title for
He's
another
still
show.
Charlie Hustle.
Those-
He's still the all-time hits king. I'm sorry.
Players that should get in the Hall of Fame that's not there. I think we need to do that for another show.
Ooh, there
I
you
like
go.
that one.
That's a good show.
Players that should be in there and get your own personal.
Or players that are in that shouldn't be in.
Yeah, we can do that way too.
Wow,
And
we got
this is
ideas
so
for
fun.
shows for days. I love it.
Basketball lets them in like parades.
Yeah, right. Yao Ming.
Hey.
All right. Next week, I think we've talked about having a kids show.
Yes, sir.
Kids in sports. Next week, no hype zone. Boom.
And that's
How you doing? And what's up?
a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a rap. Like Saran would say, it's a rap, but we're using rhythms. It's a rap.
We are using Reynolds
All
rap.
right, y'all. So listen, Saturday we're gonna be doing No Hype Zone from the Fern Barbershop, Santana and George. Santana, don't be running late. I'm not gonna be waiting another hour or half an hour.
I haven't
for
cut
a
my hair
haircut.
on purpose. So I hurried up getting my hair cut.
Don't think you're gonna be talking and trying to ask me what happened to the show to try to throw me off so I can sit in the chair. I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know. I want to be on time.
Every single week. You know?
But the show was good. Give us comments. Give us ideas for what you want to talk about on Saturday. Want to thank my man DJ Marvelous in the building right now. Hey, on YouTube, you can go ahead and say the stations that you represent. So on YouTube.
All right. Every Sunday night from 10 to 12, 101.1 to beat FM. That's where I'm at. Me and my man Poker Face. The best 2 hours in radio. Play nothing but the best homegrown hip hop and R&B straight out of your own backyard. If it's in AZ, we play it. Other than that, on Saturday you catch me on Mega 104.3. I'm doing my old school R&B and whatever.
You know, I was asking, like,
do my voice.
There's a guy at work that I like to talk to, C-Train, that's you. Like, where do you listen, or where do you hear on the radio, if I want to hear, like, Bobby Caldwell, like, What You Want to Do for Love, on the radio? Is that you guys?
That's my station, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. If I want to hear, like, the SOS band, or, like, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
All Mega.
So 104.3.
104.3.
What time?
Saturdays I'm on from 3 to 7.
3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
James, give a plug out for James out west, sir. On
A lot of football coming up this fall.
Yes.
Gambling, degenerates, everything.
Wait. I want to go back to just a quick, real quick.
I'm jumping on
James,
this Browns
James,
bandwagon.
James, what's your hype on the Brown season this year?
They're gonna win.
Hype,
Yes.
11-5.
You changed it.
What? 12-4?
You're at 13-3.
Oh, 13-3 win the Super Bowl. Sorry.
You're like hype 13-3, no hype.
No
12-4.
hype. No. 11-5. Win one playoff game.
Ooh.
I see them.
We shall see.
Shocking the world.
All right.
Is it KC
Hey.
or